Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Tea with Publicity. It is another glorious week. We have a really exciting episode today. Might be kind of a longer one, but you're on board for some laughs, some life updates, some advice, some spill the tea. I feel like within the last time, like between talking to you last week and this week, I've done so much. I went out every single night. I watched so much TV. I have so many things to update you guys on. Then I have an interview with Joey and Pat from my office, and I want to talk to them about like gay culture and dating because I'm so interested, like just talking a little bit about it with them. I realize how dating as a gay man, woman in the LGBTQ community has so many different like rules. Like they put different things in their dating profiles and there's different dynamics. So I kind of want to dig into that with them, but I also feel like we're going to end up just talking about whatever because they're so insane. You'll see in a second. Then we are doing the Ask Alyssa segment today. Gia will join me and we'll answer some questions and give you guys out some advice. And then stick around for the Spill the Tea segment because I watched, like I said, a lot of TV. I watched Cheer. I watched the Hype House show. I watched Euphoria season 2, episode 1. I just have like so many TV updates that I want to talk about. So stick around for that. As for right now, I will talk a little bit about what I've been up to since I just told you how busy my week has been. And also something really exciting. So Barstool came out with a whole like brand of men's grooming, which is insane. The line is so cute. Like the branding, whoever did it, publicity approved. So if you want to get your boyfriend or fiance or husband something for Valentine's Day, you should totally get them Wood. It's a new men's grooming line that offers products across hair, body, beard, and shave categories. They smell amazing. All the guys in the office are using them, which goes to say something if they're like putting their stamp of approval on it. The scents come in Golden Hour, Summer House, and Fresh Tracks. They have like oak and lavender and sea salt and brandy. They're honestly so good, so masculine. I love the smell. You could follow them at Wood Grooming on Instagram, Twitter, or find them on YouTube with using the hashtag for those who would. Or you could just go to the website at getwood.com or at your local CVS. So this week, like I said, did a lot. So I mentioned last week that I had a FaceTime date, and a few of you messaged me being like, how did it go? So I was like, okay, I'll just say it on the pod. It sucks because like, it's always a fine line between like sharing about dating and then not sharing because I want to share, but then like the guy started following me on social media and I never heard from him after the FaceTime date. So part of me is like, did he hear me talk about it? Did that turn him off? Like, it's a really fine line because like, obviously whoever I date is going to have to be okay with me talking about them and just knowing that I'm going to not say too much or anything super personal. But I also understand how if you're a private person that could turn you off. I would like felt a little bummed after because we did the date and I felt like hit it off. Like there was no awkward silences. We talked about things that were like outside of work, which I really liked, like traveling and our hobbies and growing up in New Jersey and being Italian. And like, we just had so much in common. There wasn't like one dull moment. And then afterwards, I actually was the one to like, you know, end the conversation because I had to work. And then we texted after and he was like, yeah, I'd love to hang out. And then I never heard from him again.
Asshole.
So I don't know though. Like, okay, I have a few things. So first of all, he did follow me on Instagram before the FaceTime. So at least he kind of knew what he was getting into with me. And I appreciated that he really didn't ask about it or make like my Instagram or social media a big deal. But the thing that I'm like kind of like thinking maybe happened is that was Monday and Tuesday my new episode dropped and it was the foot fetish episode.
Oh my God.
And so like I'm posting about feet. I'm posting about, he told me he's not like a big drinker and then I'm like, oh, I'm blackout. Like I was posting insane, like last week I was out of control. And I'm like, if you can't handle the heat, then don't come into the kitchen.
Right.
Whatever that saying is, get out of the kitchen. So like maybe at first I internalized it and I was like it couldn't have gone any better. So like if it goes that well and you don't want a second date with me, like what did I like? You start kind of thinking, what else could I have done? Like it was it my looks? Like, did you not think I was pretty? Because I felt like my personality was cool. So like you kind of start doubting yourself. And then after some reflection, like maybe it has nothing to do with me. And maybe he just, who knows? You know what I mean? I can't internalize it as like something's wrong with me, which was my initial like gut reaction. Because I think I'm trying to really show up like authentically being myself in dating, whereas the old me used to put on a front. So if you don't like me, it's like, okay, you don't like the front I'm putting on. But if I'm showing up as myself and you don't like me, it's like, no, you don't like me. Mm-hmm. So it was a little disheartening and I kind of got in a weird funk. And then I was also in a really weird funk, just thinking everyone hates me. Which happens from time to time. I think I was really overwhelmed because you guys have to realize, like, my birthday is January 4th, right after New Year's Day. So it's the new year. It's my birthday. You're back at work. You're setting all these career goals. You're setting all these personal goals. And it's just a lot at once. And I feel like being a Capricorn in Capricorn season during this time, I was like, last week, I was like, everyone hates me. I'm going to get fired. I'm not doing good enough. I don't work hard enough, which is bullshit. And rationally, I know that's not true because like I'm working harder than ever. I'm putting out more content than ever. I'm working 7 days a week. So like, how could I even feel that way? I know it's not, rationally, I know it's not true. Irrationally, I was just off the rails. Like I was just feeling so down last week. This was mostly in the beginning of the week. I think the date and then feeling like everyone hates me, like that all kind of was within like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, I just literally had the time of my life. So I went to a basketball game on Thursday with my coworkers, and we had so much fun. Joey and Pat, I'm sure it will come up. They were there. We were like in this we were in this lounge where they had free Carbone food, which is like insane. We were drinking. They were like, I don't smoke cigarettes, so not me, but they were paying the waiters to give them cigarettes. They brought them out on a silver platter. Then they tipped off a bouncer to let them smoke it in the bathroom. Like, it was just insane. It was such a fun night. We were all so hungover. And then on Friday, the Yak, one of the podcasts here, which is a male run, kind of like The View, but for men. It's just like a panel of men. They had a live show. And Gia, you were actually with me. We went to dinner. We drank there. Then we went to the live show.
That was interesting. Alyssa posted the most hilarious video on her story.
Someone when asked, I was drunk?
How was the live show? And she's, well, it was live with publicity at City Winery.
This is how I have been digesting it in my head. I'm like, that was a Dave Matthews concert and mine was a Lady Gaga concert. Do you want to know the weirdest thing? So I drank way more Thursday than I did Friday because I was like kind of hungover Friday. When I went home, first of all, I live downtown and we were really far uptown for me. And we ate Tacoma, which is tacos, and drank some tequila. And then we went to a bar after. And then all of a sudden we're at the bar and I'm like, oh, I don't feel good. Like my stomach hurts.
Oh my God. I went to a pregame after the show.
Okay, so you're probably on my page. Okay.
I was getting the grumbles. I was like farting. I was like, oh God. Like,
wait, so I was like, I don't feel good. So all of a sudden I leave at like 12. I was like, guys, I'm going to go home. I like kind of Irish exited. It takes me 30 minutes to get home in an Uber. I finally get home. I didn't have the heat on my apartment. It was so cold. I was in bed drunk. Like, you know, when you're just so drunk in bed, like tossing and turning, shaking. Like I was like, and I couldn't get warm. So I was like, the only thing I could do right now is take a bath because I didn't want to get my hair wet. Yeah. So I'm like, it's like 1 a.m. I'm like in a hot bath. And then all of a sudden I'm in the bath and I'm like, I'm going to throw up.
Oh my God.
And I like roll out of the bath, go to the toilet, throw up. Yeah. And I don't even think it was from that night. I think I was so hungover. From Thursday that drinking on top of being hungover then I was even more hungry. Like,
yeah.
So I was just throwing up, like literally just once. And then I went, passed out. Then Saturday, I was like, I need to take it easy. And I went to hang out with my friends. We just like binge watched a show all day. I'll talk about this here versus Spill the Tea segment. But if you guys haven't watched Normal People on Hulu, like you're severely missing out. Best show.
Don't even get me started about that show.
Best show I've ever seen.
Have you read the book?
No. Do I need to?
It is, I would say yes, but no. But it is the most like, the book and the show are so like similar.
Oh, okay.
That they just blew it out of the water.
It's
like
fantastic.
Oh my God, it's so good.
So I've seen it, but I hadn't seen it since like April 2020. Like it came out in the beginning of the pandemic. So it's been a while, and we started one episode. We watched the whole season, all of us, because it's like 30-minute episodes, 20 minutes without commercials. We watched the whole season. I was so obsessed with Connell, more than even the first time. I'm madly in love. Just pain through my bones. Like I couldn't even watch him.
It's like the kind of like gut-wrenching, like squeezes your heart. Like, and by the time you're at the last episode, like I couldn't see. I was crying so hard,
sobbing. Like it is beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So like Saturday, I was so hungover, and that's exactly what I needed. Like
it's the perfect like in your feels, like Sunday scaries. Like let's watch Normal People and just cry.
It was fantastic. So that's what I did Saturday, and then Sunday. I don't think I left the apartment once. I like cleaned, I organized my entire like beauty cabinet. I was like, okay, time to be a person because I've been drinking for days. So the first half of my week, kind of sad. The second half, life of the party. I mean, get you a girl that could do both. But yeah, things are always like up and down, up and down. And the one thing that's been really different recently, ever since I started doing Sunday Scandies, Tang Thursdays, and like posting about foot fetishes, my DMs have taken a turn.
Oh God.
They used to just be girls like, I love you, give me hair advice. Now they're like, I want you to suck my toes and like sit on my face. Like they are wild. And people are getting too comfortable with me. And I realized like I have my inbox, then I have the general folder, then I have the primary folder, then I have a requests folder. If you scroll down to the requests, I have a hidden messages folder.
Yeah, the hidden messages.
Within the hidden messages are where all the men asking me on dates live. I didn't even know they were in there because they were hidden in this section.
Yeah. That's like the dark web is the hidden messages.
But like Instagram's hiding ones that aren't bad. It's like a guy messaged me and was like, I'm madly in love with you, and they hid it.
Oh, my hidden messages are always like very
like, fat stupid bitch. Yeah.
Like I've never gotten like a mean DM surprisingly, but like I'll get ones that are like just not something I can say online.
Really, they're that bad?
They're just like very inappropriate. Like
wow.
like sit on my face. Like I'm gonna like I don't even want to say, but
that's wild.
Yeah, no. If it's just like a DM of like a guy being like, oh, you're so cute or something like that, like it'll just pop up in my request.
But it's weird because they're putting it there. Yeah. Like this guy DM'd me this. Like, ew. Okay. He replied to one of my Sunday Scandies about a guy eating a girl out with her period. And he says, I've done it many times. I love to give women oral sex as long as the tampon is in and it's a light flow. Sir, I don't need to know that. Like that's luckily in my hidden.
Oh God!
And that deserves.
What is wrong with people?
That deserves to stay there.
Like, okay, good for you, sir, but like, yeah, like, what does that have to do with you?
Yeah, it's just crazy. So whatever. So my only other update is just that my DMs have been the wild, wild west. They are absolutely crazy, and I'm traumatized. But it's fun. I wouldn't really want it any other way. Okay, I'm going to get into my interview with Joey and Pat, and stick around after. I'm going to answer some advice questions. And then, like I said, we will spill the tea on all the shows that I've been watching. I'm here with Joey, a.k.a.
Nana,
and Pat, a.k.a.
No, I do have a problem with the order that you
Trish.
introduced us in. I would like to be first billing.
No, I get first billing.
And
This
then
is
Joey
Trish.
after. Sorry.
We're having like a lot of...
Crosstalk.
It's really hard when you have a friendship with 3 people because one always feels iced out.
Okay, I see where
And I
this is going.
sense that's what's happening here.
You're being iced out?
No, you're nervous that me and Joey are icing you out.
That's correct.
Well, now originally the interview was just supposed to be between Alyssa and I.
I sent her a nasty text message late last night. I said, "Don't you dare ever have
And
him.
then
We are double booking, hon."
Would you like? Oh, we all keep threatening each other.
And then I got a cease and desist from Trish saying you'll be.
I said I was going to fire him. I go, I'm
So
going.
don't even come in. Don't even bother coming in.
I said, don't bother coming in. I said, I'm going to Erica. I'm going to Jen. I've texted Gaz. I said, I'm over Joey. He's a nightmare. It's not too late to back out. All because publicity wanted him on the show.
Yep.
Right. But now here we are.
Well, I honestly kind of figured, like, Pat comes in every day, here early. You're kind of more of a wild card.
Yeah, I didn't know that we have to come every day. Do you come every day to the office?
He was
I
shocked.
come when I want.
Me too.
I live by my own rules.
You come when you
Yeah.
want.
Now,
I wish.
now I talked about you on the show as well today because it was already noon and you didn't show face in the office, and I
Correct.
said I believe you had a hangnail, on your big toe.
I did do gay pride nails in
Oh, is that
honor
what
of
it
you
was?
guys.
Ooh, nice. No, it's funny
Did
because
you really
we're
just do
actually
those?
we're not gay.
I did this morning.
Are they press on?
They're press on, but I did this thumb right
Don't
for you.
tell it.
Oh my god!
And then also what I did was I got coffee with a girlfriend.
Nice.
Yeah,
Did you vlog it?
I did.
Where'd
For
you
my
get coffee?
mini
Somewhere
vlog.
fancy, St. Ambrose.
No, just like a cute little, like a little place near my apartment, which I won't say.
What neighborhood you live in again?
We don't tell people. No, Pat.
Oh.
We can bleep it.
Believe it.
It's a high rise.
The creeps can't know.
Well, you know who else lives down by you?
Who?
Oh, no, not down. You know who else lives by you?
Nick and KB.
Yeah, we're neighbors.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
500 feet away.
No kidding. Do you ever see them out?
No, I asked them to hang out. They don't like
You know
to.
what?
Yeah.
Fuck them. They
I
don't
have
hang
to
out
say,
with anyone.
they're kind
I
of
don't
lame.
think they go out.
They don't.
You
They
know what it
really
is? They
don't.
sit in their apartment reading. They're like,
KB has never been to Nick's apartment.
Don't they live in the same building?
I try. I text them.
Do you think I should go into your building? Is that
No,
area a good
no.
area to go to?
Pat will be
No.
livid.
She's like, so Joey and I woke up kind of late today, and we decided to get a blowout. So Glam Squad came over, and then we were getting packaged. So we went over to the house, the rooftop of the Restoration
You're
Hardware.
losing control, Publis. Gain
Okay.
control.
I am going to gain control, but I just kind of like hearing you two talk. What I do want to talk about mostly today, first of all, Joey's obsession with me, which is
Yes,
major.
Of course.
Why am I your favorite person to talk about?
Because you're the first person I spoke to here. Like the person I didn't know, the first girl that I spoke to here.
Oh.
Remember I accosted you outside the Goon Pit.
I think you can also, not to put words in your mouth, I think you're very easy to talk to, and you can like take a joke.
You're the most
Like,
relatable
you know how
person
to like
here.
mess around.
You're the
and,
most
have
like
fun.
me here.
Oh,
You're the
thank
most
you.
like me here.
Yeah,
we're
we're
very
probably-
similar.
What do you-
Very similar.
Just our lifestyle, the way we take care of ourselves, the way we
Ma'am?
live, the way we treat ourselves.
We like similar things.
We're high end. We come from a upper middle class family, Italian families from New Jersey. We have a lot in common.
We have friends in common.
yeah, we have friends in common. So I identify. We both hate Trish, and our
Pat's
demise to
jealousy
take her
is
down.
No, I just had some
bubbling.
funny jokes, so I decided not to say them.
No, but
'Cause
I
I'm
just-
just
I just
taking it
think
in. It's
that
like a Rolodex.
We
I
both
take
have
it
an
all.
aesthetic. We both have an aesthetic and things like that. So I think we just have the most in common, and I identify with her the most in the office.
I see
Everyone
that.
else is very
I
nice.
totally see that.
What the?
Oh,
Gia,
also,
You
you
guys
know why?
even look alike. You could be siblings.
We actually could be. You know what else? We're Capricorns.
Oh, we're both Capricorns.
We're like days apart.
Yeah.
When are you?
the third.
do I need
Yeah,
to be
I'm the
here?
fourth. We're 24 hours apart. What
Did
time
you
were
hear
born?
something?
What time were you born at?
1:30 in the afternoon.
Wow. Okay, I'm 10 a.m. So we're less than 24 hours apart.
You're not
Yeah.
the same age though.
No,
You're
it doesn't matter.
You're 43. He's 28.
Yeah.
I wish I was 28. Okay. Anyway, what I want to talk about today, and Pat, I'm sorry for, you and I have to say, let me just gas Pat up for a second.
Thank you.
When I first started, he was the first person to really check in with me every day. Because remember, I kind of sat by you. I was at Edwin's
Yes.
desk, and you just would be like, how's it going? And I was like, wow. I didn't know he was gay. And I was like,
She thought I was.
She was
she
trying
thought
to
I
get
was
with
trying to
him.
knock the dust off that thing.
Yeah. I was
She thought
like,
that old Trish was trying to get up on it.
yes, I was like, oh my God, like my first office, someone's making advances at me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No,
And then he asked to borrow a hairbrush. Like, ma'am, do you have a rat
Casey
tail
walked
comb?
by one day and she said something like, yeah, well, Pat's gay. And I was like, yes? Because you don't present.
I'm not gay presenting
Yes.
all the time. Now, and when I open my mouth, that changes.
Yes.
But I think it's important that when people start here is to make them feel at least a little bit welcome, because
I
it's
agree.
a very tough place to start to work, especially when you don't know anyone, because the office is.
Well, especially your first day because you get death
Yes.
threats. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Did someone death threat her?
No, it's more just people being like, you fat, ugly piece of shit.
Who said that to you?
No, just everyone on the
It's
internet trolls.
comments.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, that was a burner that I had.
Okay, so what I want to talk about today, because I'm genuinely so curious, is just gay relationship dynamics.
Oh God.
And like,
we just did this on ours.
I
and it
have
does not
so
go
many
well.
questions.
Yeah.
So, explain to me the types. Like, I know, like bear. You're a bear?
Well, that's not a relationship type. That's a something you identify as.
Okay,
Correct.
so
A subculture.
What are the identifiers that people would put on their dating profiles to, like, would you say, like, I'm a this looking for this?
Sub, you can say sub means submissive. Or
So that
dom
means you
means
take it.
dominant.
For
means you
example,
give it.
Sub, you take it. Dom, you give it.
Yeah.
No, you can be a sub top.
It's just roles. Or top and bottom is just basic.
Okay.
But you can
would
say
you write
verse.
on your profile, I'm a top?
They'll still be trying to be like nice and like PG. You'll write, I prefer the upper bunk, if you will. So they'll try to be nice to it. If it's on a real dating site, they'll be like, I prefer the top bunk, or they'll say little spoon, big spoon. They'll say like little things like that. So so it's not gross. Like, I want to fuck you in the butt. It's like it's a little bit nicer. But in like on the hookup apps, they just say top and bottom.
Oh my God. Okay.
But not on dating apps. No one.
No, but
you don't
then on
say that on
dating
dating
apps.
apps.
No, on a hookup app, you would say
I've heard
yes.
from other gay friends that
Wait, you have other gay friends besides us?
Of course.
Interesting. Should we go?
Well, I think this has been enough.
Sit your ass back down. I've heard that
Mark that one for a promo.
they identify as like different types. Like I am a bear. Or, I don't know the terms.
You can
Give me
identify.
all of those
So
terms.
a twink is going to be like a young, like
Zach Macario.
Zach McCurry. So skinny, young college kid that's like
Bad attitude.
Yeah, like usually.
No, is a twink? I picture a twink being like a thin guy.
Thin, yeah, like a college kid, like a skin.
But now, as a
skinny.
straight woman, if I were to refer to someone
Justin Bieber's
as a twink, is
Justin
that
Bieber's
is
a
that
twink.
not? Am I not? Is it inappropriate for me to use that word?
No, you can say anything.
Oh. I don't know, because sometimes within communities you could say things, but then if someone outside the community
it's not about
uses
that.
it's like
It's
inappropriate.
usually just it's the only word you can't say.
Yeah.
But we can say it.
But we can say.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
It's our point of privilege.
Correct.
But no, a twink. So a twink would be like Justin Bieber. Tom Holland is a twink. He's a twunk actually.
Oh yes, like Timothy Chalamet, twink.
Timothy twink. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the vibe. It's like innocent, like skinny, boyish looks.
Oh, I know exactly. Okay.
A twink. So then a twunk would be
A twunk.
a twink would be if a twink that's getting a little too muscular and a little too beefy, like
Like a gym guy.
Like Donnie Enriquez is a twunk.
Donnie's a twunk.
He's a twunk, exactly.
Okay.
Donnie Enriquez, so he's a guy who's starting to work out. Younger. Who's the Notebook guy that everyone likes?
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. When he's just started to get like beefy, it's like it's right in between a hunk and a twink.
I see.
So it's like he's not quite like a full on like men's fitness model. So he's still boyish, but he has like his muscles are starting to show.
Is it weird to classify yourself as one?
No.
Or do other people put you in these categories?
It's more like, you wouldn't
But
call
what
yourself
if
like
you
I'm a hottie. Like,
but what if you see like a big masculine man and then his profile is like a twink looking for like?
well, then you
wouldn't
just know
be
that she's
weird?
having an identity crisis.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what should.
Okay, a twink, a twunk. What's the other one?
There's bears. That would be like a big hairy
Are
guy.
you a bear?
Unfortunately, yeah. But if I'm younger,
Unfortunately,
if I was younger, I used to be a cub. So now if I'm young, if you're under like 30, you're a cub.
By the way, Joey was on the cover of Bear magazine.
I was on the cover of HX magazine, the bear issue.
HX magazine, the bear issue back in 1997.
Rawr.
No, it was 2004.
2004.
Wait, okay, so there's a bear and a cub. So they're the same thing, just identified
Older and
differently
younger.
by age.
That's by age. So a bear
so
and a cub.
what's Pat?
Pat
Jock, hot mask jock, Dom
Pat
top.
is a shady.
Oh, what?
Now
No,
that
what are you actually?
No,
Is
he would
correct.
be a jock.
So people, that's a
wouldn't you
classifying
be
term.
more-
A jock is
what?
Wouldn't you be more
no,
of
because
a
he's too
twink?
old to be a twink, and he's
Okay,
too
you have to be
tall.
young
That's
to
just
be
because
twink.
And he's too tall.
But he's skinny.
He's skinny.
But that
I look
doesn't matter. You have to be a twink has to be like
Short and
submissive and like
skinny?
little
Okay,
and like
okay.
boyish and
Yeah,
like
yes.
delicate.
Twink is
Okay.
like, I'm going to throw you around.
Like delicate and like I need protection. Like I'm only a baby twink like that. He's like tall and like
Dom.
Yeah, he's more, and he likes sports.
I look like I'm in a methadone clinic.
so he's
right now is what I look like.
he's like a I would say he's like a jock. They'd call him a jock.
Okay.
Hmm.
I used to be though, but not anymore.
Are there any other types that we're missing?
Oh, for
God,
sure. There's
there's
otters.
so many.
So if he
There's
was
so
hairy, no, not if he was hairy. Okay, so KB, not KB.
Nick,
Nick
is a wolf.
Nick is
no,
a
Nick is a
otter.
wolf. Nick is a wolf.
No, it's an otter.
Oh.
There's so many.
An otter. So if you're skinny, you're just like a regular guy with a lot of hair on you, like your hair.
Oh, yeah,
you'd
yeah.
be an otter. So like if Nick would be an otter,
Oh,
KB would be an otter.
No, KB
Would
is a
Big
twunk.
Cat be a bear?
Oh, KB's a twunk
Yes.
for sure. They could be a bear, but
Does
and
What's Dave? What's Dave?
Dave Portnoy. Mm-hmm. He is a
Rich.
retired queen.
He's a retired.
No, he's a daddy. He's a daddy.
Oh, that's an option.
Well, because he's older.
A zaddy or a daddy?
He's a zaddy.
For ma'am. Now, what's Auntie E?
Who's that?
She's a pig dom top.
Oh, Erica. I didn't know we call her Auntie E.
Presenting.
I have no idea.
No,
they're
and then
speaking
there's
pig Latin.
okay. No, then there is like. Then there's like, then it gets into subcultures, and then there's like,
there's
polar
so many,
bears.
Alyssa.
Like a gray, like an old bear that has gray hair now is a
There's
polar
so
bear.
many that had you, so you can go through multiple phases within your lifetime.
Yeah,
God,
I've been
yeah.
through Benny.
You
I've
can
been
be a
through
twink, a
5.
cub, a this, a that.
I was a twink cub.
The pictures
And
of
then
him
bear.
as a twink.
I was a twink
Okay,
cub
but-
and then right to a bear.
So do people call you that to your face, or do you like
No.
put on your
No.
profile like a cub looking for a twink?
no, it'd be
No,
more
no
like
one does that.
No, it's more explanatory. But like I met this cute little twink the other day, or like this
I see.
hot cub.
It's descriptive. Like, oh, I went on a date with a really
Or-
cute twonk.
I got dog walked by a pig daddy bear at
Yeah,
the Goon
Trish and I,
Pet.
Eiffel Tower,
Daddy,
a daddy,
an
at the
otter,
Goon-
or
an otter.
an otter spit in my mouth at the Goon Pit, something
Yeah.
like that.
Oh my God, there's so much.
Well-
Okay, what else do I need to know? Like, what kind of things do people put in their dating profiles?
They're gonna say putting somewhere else.
In your dating profiles, they're gonna say like the usual thing, but like the whole thing about gay dating is like that's why I don't like it, because there's like a understood thing, like we're men and sex is sex, and
So we're just
relationships-
gonna bang.
Correct.
No, they can bang other people, and that's what I don't deal with.
Oh,
Yeah.
you want monogamy?
100%.
Very
That's why
much
I
so.
refuse
I get
to
that.
date.
Okay, so
It's very prominent in the gay community. Like
That's-
Trish went on a date the other day without telling me.
Okay. Well, you know what? You're gonna have to listen to Out and About to get that story.
Okay, so one of my gay friends, I know, I'm sorry, I do have others.
My earmuffs are messing up.
He told me a few
There.
earmuffs. He told me a few
They're off.
years ago about the prep that goes into gay sex, and I was flabbergasted.
Speaking of PrEP, do you know what PrEP the pill is?
Is that like a STD pill that you take?
Gen
It's a
Z
pill
knows.
you take that prevents the
HIV.
transmission of HIV and AIDS.
That's
Up to
great.
99%. It's a birth. It's birth control for AIDS.
But it's on you to take it.
you have to take it every day.
But do most men choose to take it?
they say they're taking
Oh,
it.
is it it's a preventative?
Yes.
So if you
okay,
take it, that you can't. Like, there's no chance you can catch it.
But
So
you
everyone
can catch
should be-
everything else.
But why wouldn't people be taking it?
Because it's like my doctor doesn't have me on it because I'm not sexually active, and it doesn't, and we don't know the long term effect of it. Just
I
came out.
see.
He goes, there's a chance eventually it's gonna something fuck your liver up because it's something that's going through your liver. He goes, so why would you drink so much? Why would you take that right now if you're not sexually
I
active?
get that.
So people just take it because when it came out, like, oh, I want free Wi-Fi. It's like everyone wants it. It's like it's free.
Right.
So all
I
the
get
gays
that.
were taking it, but my doctor's like, once you start, I'll give it to you, but you don't need it right now.
Do guys have sex with condoms?
I would only
For
have
that
sex with
reason.
I would only have sex with condom. Would you
most
bareback?
most people do
Because
have
it
sex with
prevents from
condoms.
STDs. Obviously, you can't get
Correct.
pregnant, but like
Well,
it prevents-
let's just open it what it is. We don't care about getting syphilis. Gays don't care. It's a big one. No one wants HIV or AIDS.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
all
big
it
one.
is.
People the guys are disgusting. They'll get syphilis. They'll get genital warts. They go fuck. They just don't want the big one.
Most things can be fixed with a pill. My biggest concern when having sex is the big one. I don't.
Yeah,
wanna
once you get the
HIV.
big one,
But
you
do you
can't.
feel like-
Once you get the big one, they can prevent you from transmitting to other people, but there's no way to cure it. There's no
Yeah.
cure for it. It never leaves your body. We're talking about HIV and AIDS. You can never cure your body.
Yeah.
That's
from
my
it.
number one concern. if
You
I
can
hook
become
up with someone.
you can become non-detectable, which means you're not like even after you're taking medication. I can still have unprotected sex with him, and that can't transmit it to anyone else. But you and yourself, your body will never. It'll always be with you. You can never get rid of it.
So do you feel like, first of all, fascinating. Do you feel like it's something
No, are
that
you a bug chaser,
people
Alyssa?
You know, do people? No. Do people you know have like HIV and AIDS?
Yes.
And is it common knowledge? Like, do
Not
they
they
talk
say
about
not in this day and age.
Yeah, I
when
feel
I was
like
young,
it's less.
growing up, because now we have we have a medicine to prevent it and stuff like that. But when I was growing up, that was one of the biggest fears in my life. That's what it was like every time I hooked up with someone. It was
Yeah, you're
mental
petrified.
anguish on my
Oh, yeah.
going in an HIV test when you're sexually active in the 90s was like it was like literally okay, I'm going there now, and your friends would be with you. They'd be waiting outside. You have to hold your hand. Like I have goosebumps about it. It was the most
That's
dramatic
scary.
thing because if you got that, it was a death sentence.
Well, especially because now I feel like there's advancements where people live with it more comfortably than back
No, you
in
can
the
definitely
day.
live
Yeah.
with it
Yeah,
now.
live a
So
normal
it's
I
not
know,
as
but
scary.
I'm saying we didn't even know that in the
No,
90s. Like
it was a death sentence.
Yeah, it was
And like every
scary.
time you had sex, it's like, and you had to take the test. It's like you think about every fucking disgusting, nasty thing you did. You're sitting there like,
Oh, God, yeah.
I did. It's like that guy spit in my asshole. I wonder if what if he brushed his teeth too hard, he had blood in his thing, and he spit in my ass. Like everything you think. What I made out this guy drunk. What if he had a cut in his mouth? It's like, oh my god. So that's what like fucked my whole life up.
But that fear is like still there to a degree.
For
like,
sure.
I'll go get like,
especially with having sex with older guys.
I'll go get tested, and I'll be sitting there, and it's like, okay, like I like hooked up with a few people, but I'm sitting there like waiting at the Chelsea clinic, and I'm like, holy fuck.
Well, you can get it just going in that clinic.
Yeah, the scariest thing even now is like they'll prick your finger in like that 5 minutes from like when it goes to when.
It's
I'm
an
like,
eternity.
I go, this is it. What am I? I'm thinking, okay, what's gonna happen at work?
This is so scary.
How am I gonna make content out of it? Do I make content?
Yeah.
Do I tell the
Will
world?
I ever date again?
Yeah.
Do I have to go on like there's support groups and things like that for people that are HIV positive, like that have their own dating groups, and they like. Did you feel like a leopard? You feel like you've been even though it's not that. It's an unspoken thing where you there's stigma about it. You are separated.
I feel that way
socially,
about, like,
100%.
genital warts.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Are you legally obligated to tell someone before you have sex with them that you have HIV? Yes.
Well, they can say that it's attempted murder.
Right. Okay.
It's a felony. That's big. That's
Right.
jail
Yeah.
time.
Right.
Well, because back then I don't know if the things have changed yet, but I know that in the past it was like attempted
Wasn't
murder.
there a famous person that was accused of
Like not disclosing.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know
This
why
is-
Usher is coming to mind.
It was
but I
Oprah
don't think
Winfrey.
It was Usher.
It was Stedman. She gave it to Stedman.
Stedman.
Now Stedman went
Wait.
around. He gave it to Gail.
Oh God.
Can you fuck my thing again?
Okay, I'm shocked. There's so much here. So my friend told me that he before he knows he's having sex will take an enema
Yeah.
to clear out.
Oh, for sure.
And like there's all these like things that you have
So
to
if you're
do.
gonna bottom, you have to like know that like you can't eat that day because there's gonna be like poo that might happen. So you have to like do like full on and like I do basically when I would have to I would do colonics basically. You just get like basically the fleet enemas and you just fill them up with water and you keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. You have to do it like 10 times until the water runs clear.
I've never done one of those.
Joe, oh my god, do you want to go for colonics with me? No, for real.
Excuse me.
What's that entail?
Oh, you never had a colonic?
No.
Shove a pipe
Oh, you're
up
too
your
young
ass.
for this. Back in like when like Goop first came out, like women and
Like before a wedding
It's
or
a colon
something?
cleanse,
It's a
right?
colon cleanse.
Colon
You
cleanse?
shed like 5 to 10 pounds in one day.
Have you seen Nutty Professor?
Yeah,
Yes, but I don't remember enough.
Okay, so
Like going down
it's like
colon
Goop. It's
Yeah.
like so you go there and
Alright.
they stick the hose up your ass. They fill your stomach with water, and then you have to hold it until you can't take it anymore, and then you release it. And you do that 10 times. You watch a tube get shit that's been logged in your intestines for 25 years, and you go like once a month, and it clears out. You lose so much weight, and your skin is clear. It's like taking all the toxins in your body come out.
G and I are like, we might need to go down.
I mean.
Yeah, damn.
I'm thinking about going down the clinic, get my colon cleansed thoroughly. Remember she said?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting me an appointment, going down to get my colon cleansed thoroughly.
Walk over here, you'll be limping back.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so you have to get yourself prepared. So you can either do like there's like an enema ball you do, or there's some kind of shower. It's called a Sure Shot. It's a shower attachment. So if you go to a guy's
You are
house
so knowledgeable.
and has a shower, I'm 45 years old.
But I love that you know, like
The shower, it's called Sure Shot, and you have it in your shower. So if you go to someone's house, that means they're filthy pig. If they have the asshole attachment on their thing, when you get there, you know you're not the last one that's been there.
that they're having a lot of sex.
If you have to have the full shower attachment, that's just the thing that you just literally stick up your asshole, fill yourself with water, and like shit the water out in the shower.
Wait, okay, more questions. What, like when you're hooking up with a guy, like why we see obviously gay men in married relationships and like they're monogamous. Why is it so hard to go on a dating app and like find a guy that only wants to commit to one of you?
Because everyone wants to fuck everyone. No one wants to date.
Do you think it's just like so much
That's
testosterone?
not
I mean, you could say that for straight
Because it's
couples too, no?
Yeah, but not like
But
this.
I think it's because it's like two people with testosterone dating.
I think that's
versus-
I think that's a common like argument for it, but I think what it really comes down to is there's people. It's just like, it's like
They use
almost
it.
like an expectation.
But you don't want that.
No, I
For
want
us, do
I
you?
want now we're monogamous, okay? I want monogamy, but I feel like I don't know if it's like it's tough to describe, like a protesty kind of thing, like fuck it, I'm gonna have
Right.
sex with other people, or like there's like a way
you
to like
can't hold me
work
down.
around.
Maybe it's like exploration thing, like
Yeah,
I think it's more to show dominance, saying like you don't got my heart, like you can't, don't get too comfortable. You're not that special to me yet. Like let them know because you don't want to like. you don't want to count your chickens before they hatch, so you have to still act cool and make sure keep the chase going. So I think that's when before you're in a relationship. I think that's why a lot of men do that to show dominance. Don't get too comfortable, sweetheart. Everyone wants this.
But also, sex is so casual that after you've been dating a while, because it's casual for gay people, go, oh well, we'll just open it up. But you're my guy. Yeah, I might go fool around while I'm on vacation, this and that. But you're my guy.
Oh, great! I'm your New York City.
Trish and I were just flogging in the restroom right before lunch.
Correct.
And now here we are.
Marty filmed it.
So basically, it's okay, while I'm in town, you're my person, but when I travel,
not even that. It's just if you're dating someone for a long time and sex stales out, you bring someone in or you go do something else, and it's whatever. It is gross. I'm not in. I would rather be with someone and be with them forever.
Yeah, I agree.
But I understand why people don't. But then when you do that, if you're in some sort of open relationship, then there's that humongous trust. And it's okay, one person is always initiates it. And then if they initiate it, are they not interested?
Yeah, why do you want someone else?
I have to call BetterHelp.
I need BetterHelp too. Code out and about.
Honestly, there should be I'm sure there is, but some kind of group for people to go to navigate these topics.
Man, that's called an orgy. Okay.
And that happens at Jockstrap night every Wednesday at the Goon.
Okay, this is very interesting. Is there anything else that I'm missing that you feel is key? I feel as a straight woman, I don't know any of this.
Looking for a third?
We're actually opening up our relationship. We'd love to invite you in.
I actually see on dating apps sometimes a couple, and they'll be looking for a third.
That's what I said about you when you were swiping with who's the girl you're sitting next to?
Oh, when I was looking at the game.
They said she's looking for a third.
Yes. Yeah.
She was at a basketball game, second row, center.
She
was on Tinder the whole time. Swiping.
I was not. I was on TikTok or
something. A
something.
basketball game in their entire life.
No, we hardly watched. Me and Joey stayed in the lounge.
Well, they
the
certainly won't remember this one.
Yeah, we had to hold down the fort.
Yeah. We had a night.
Oh, I can't wait to go out again.
I feel we just scratched the surface.
I know. Do you want to go to Zero Bond with me?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna make a. How
are you gonna get us in?
Well, I'm getting Dave Portnoy's ID, a copy of his ID from Daniela, and we're gonna sign on as Dave Portnoy, and then just show up
as his children.
Joey and I look related, so we just have to pretend somehow.
Both Italians.
Yeah, we got. That's my goal for us this year is getting either in Zero Bond with someone we know.
Yes, I agree.
Or because that's
on my list.
Soho House is like Walmart compared to Zero Bond.
Soho House is Wish.com version.
Does Zero Bond have a pool?
No,
it's a restaurant.
Swanky restaurant, Kim Kardashian, Pete Davidson vibes.
Very
famous athletes.
Well, we give a fuck. That's why we're best friends. That's another thing. We bond over celebrity gossip.
Zero Bond, please.
Spill the tea with Joey.
Oh, new segment idea. New show idea? No, never a new show. And that's it for us. Thank you.
Spill the tea with Joey.
Miss?
You better earn that photo on there. Okay?
I know. No, you're very savvy, and you're great. Your publicity, of course, and you know great marketing. Can you give Trish and I some advice? Now, I just got signed on to be the real co-host of Out and About.
Happy.
Now, first and foremost, we were thinking about rebranding. We definitely need a new image, and we're definitely putting me as first billing.
Just Pat on
yes, we do need a new.
And it's switching me to first billing naturally. Now, what do you think? Definitely, the image is going to go away. Do you think we should rename the show?
No.
No,
I love the name.
Yeah, I like the name.
I think the name's fantastic.
Okay,
but we need I want real life photos of us.
I want real photos.
I get what you're saying.
Glamour
not like
shots.
Like mine. Have you seen my new logo? It's not this. It's me with the teacup.
Yes.
Oh, that is the logo. Okay,
yeah.
Good.
I think that you guys should.
Maybe that, but with cocks in our mouths.
I was gonna say.
Should it be something uber masculine? Should we be at a monster truck race and then him and I
No, I think
holding a champagne glass, something gay and fruity.
You guys like to do a lot of wigs and penises. You should have a drink with a penis straw and boa, like Harry Styles.
A boa, a Trump hat.
Do we do
yes. Kyle Rittenhouse tattoo on my neck.
Caitlin for California.
Yeah.
Rob DeSantis.
Okay. I never know
Alex
what
Jones.
you're kidding about.
Sleepy Joe.
Bear Shelf Biden.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, I don't claim this energy. I thought I would do
our anti-vaxxer rally.
Right, now I want to give everyone some advice about COVID.
Wait. I would do a Harry Styles inspired shoot. The suit with the boa. You know that.
Or do you think it should be opposites attract things, the Odd Couple, where I'm
super
a little fancy and he's super butch, or we switch it up. She wears the tube top and I wear the butch outfit.
That could be good.
Well, that could be good for promo photos and things like that. I think our branding for the show needs to be straightforward. They need to get a sense of what the show's about. That's one. What else? What does our image have to tell?
Well, let's just tell my followers what you guys talk about. Basically, just you rant about.
Are you kidding me? Who is this?
Imagine-
That was wild.
Is this Dan? Is this?
Now, this is either a surprise guest or an active shooter. Lights off, everyone in the corner.
That
was a scary
wild.
knock.
1 second.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me check.
We're
Okay,
naked.
it's 4 o'clock. We're over anyway, so I'm just gonna end it.
Okay.
Lord have mercy. Okay, guys, being with you two is like it's like a hit and run, really.
Well, it is. Now, Alyssa, I don't want you to worry about if you get any death threats from Trish. He only means good. But I'm excited. Being new here, I'm excited that I have someone I can call a friend, inside and outside the office. And I'm talking to you.
I'm
miss.
getting
Gia, that's for you.
I'm getting a lot of I love this friendship DMs.
Well,
Oh, good.
I'm a Jersey Italian as well.
Oh, are you?
That's true.
So,
Get it,
yes.
girl.
We
Where'd you grow up?
only-
Chatham.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm from Union. It's right over there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Guys,
my family lives in Madison.
I'm glad
Barstool
everyone's
only
bonding.
unintentionally hires Italians. Like, it's not even intentional. Just so happens. We're all Italian.
Well, almost all
I know
of
who
us.
you know. Do you know my short boyfriend?
All right, we got to go because they're going to get mad at us.
Yes.
All right, I love you guys out and about. Guys, look out for the new rebrand. They just rip on everyone in the office.
Yep.
Talk about crazy shit.
And we love you, Alyssa.
And
we give you
Alyssa,
a lot
when's
of
this
shit, but
coming
we
out?
love you.
love
Alyssa, when's
you.
this coming out?
This is coming out tonight at midnight.
Tonight.
Okay, well, everyone, if you want to see more of me and my best friend Snooki, go over to NicolePalazzi.com and book and get tickets to our live shows. We're going to be in New York City at the Gramercy Theater on February 18th and in Huntington, Long Island on the 19th. So if you're in the tri-state area, go get yourself tickets. You're going to like what you see.
I'm going to come.
And I'm also
Oh,
on
please come.
Cameo at Barstool Pat for the low price of
Do you wanna be on Cameo?
$99.
And I am on feetfinder.com.
Yes, she is. Thank you,
you.
Alyssa.
Kidding.
Do
Bye,
you
guys.
want to be on a Cameo?
Okay, guys, I'm going to wait. Okay, guys, I'm going to give out some advice with Gia's help and tried to pick some entertaining ones this week. So let's see. This one said, I started seeing this guy and we are super casual. We went out to dinner last week to a nice Asian place. He proceeded to eat everything with his hands since he couldn't use the chopsticks. I had to ask him to get a fork so he would stop grabbing things with his hands. He also pulled food out of his mouth if it was too chewy. I don't think I can get over his manners. This was a major ick and I'm not sure I can get over it. Any advice?
Is he a 5-year-old?
Is he an animal?
Yeah, I'm confused.
Ew.
I mean, I would never, ever even... If I sat... I'm a huge table manners person. Like,
yeah.
everything about table manners is very important to me. And if I saw a guy, even the first grab with the hands, I'd be like, where do you think you are? And what do you think you're doing?
I understand potentially eating like sushi with your fingers.
Yeah.
Versus, because like a fork's kind of like weird.
Chopsticks are hard. I get that.
Yeah.
But just use a fork. Like, sure, if you want to grab an avocado roll
Yes,
with your
I
fingers,
agree.
that's fine. Like, still, that's kind
you're
of gross. You're at a
dunking it.
restaurant. But if you're just like full palm, like, come on.
Also, the chewing and spitting things out is disgusting. You're on a date, you swallow that, and you never let me know that you didn't like the taste of it because I don't want to see your like regurgitated dumpling come up in the napkin. This is disgusting.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely ick. Like, bleh.
I really hope that she does not see that guy.
Yeah,
again.
I would not recommend. Also, like, was he raised by wolves?
Yeah.
Okay. Whew, we have some long ones. Okay. I am getting married in October of 2022 in Spain. My fiance and I are completely understanding of those who can't make it. We had a really rough 2 years, beginning 2021 with him having a cancer diagnosis. Wow, I'm sorry. Relocating cross country for medical treatment and to be with family, and moving 4 times in 8 months. We are so excited for our wedding. My sister was supposed to plan my bachelorette party, but we have a very explosive relationship and she's no longer going to plan it. I asked my cousin, who I'm also very close to. She has been sober for 5 to 6 years. Her first excuse was that she could not financially afford the bachelorette party, which is fine. I am flying to my friends in their small hometown to make it easier for them and attend since the wedding is out of the country. I wanted a very simple weekend at a log cabin and then we could go to a wine tasting. Now my cousin's excuse is that the bachelorette and the wine tour will be too triggering for her. However, she has planned many bachelorettes for her friends in the past, sober and not sober, but now mine is too inconvenient. I am literally not trying to be crazy bride, and even though I want my bachelorette party in New York City, I'm willing to go to my small hometown so everyone could join. I just don't know if I'm asking too much and being insensitive or if she's the one being selfish. This is a pattern with her, and I'm super pissed. There's a little more. Hold on. Okay, I'm super pissed that she's just telling me now. She thinks I am out of line, but I'm not going to not have alcohol at my bachelor party or the wedding. So now my mom is planning it. I have no idea what to do. I kind of want to cancel it now. Sorry for the long question, but basically don't know how to handle the drama already going forward. Any advice is appreciated. This sucks.
That's tough because it's like who it's that you're related, so it's not like.
I also, so having had friends get married, like destination weddings, honestly, every wedding I've ever been to has been a destination, but even if I haven't had a flown, because you still just, like, for example, my one friend got married in Rhode Island. That's a train and a hotel. My other friend got married in Florida. That's a plane and a hotel. Then someone else, she lives in Charleston, so I still had to fly there and pay. So every wedding I've been to has been like on the more extravagant side. And my friends, knowing that, have tried to make sure that we were comfortable with the bachelorette party. And most of them still did do semi-extravagant bachelorette parties because we gave them the okay. Like, you know, I said at one time I gave advice to my friend Britt because her wedding was in Rhode Island. She was like, I don't know if I want to do a bachelorette party away because I feel selfish. And I said, everyone else has made you pay for theirs. Why are you going to be the one person to like get the shitty end of the stick because you're considerate when no one else has been considerate towards your feelings?
Yeah.
And she was like, you're right. And then we went to Miami.
Yeah.
But I guess my point is like the fact that you're willing to go to your hometown and be low key, I think is the right thing to do, being that your wedding's out of country.
Yeah.
So I think you're right there. I think how I would handle it with the cousin is ask her to not come to the wine portion, but to come to the other portions of the party. Like if you're doing dinner the night before, or if you're doing whatever it may be. And also maybe her sensitivity around alcohol has changed. Like maybe she used to be okay being around it and now she's like struggling in her sobriety. So I think you can come from a place of just being like, hi, like, are you struggling? Like, I know in the past you've been able to be around alcohol. Like, have things changed for you? I want to make sure I'm being respectful, but I'd really love you to be there. So even if it's coming for breakfast the next morning, could you come for breakfast? Because obviously you won't be drinking at breakfast. Like, I think that's actually a good way to kind of handle it.
Yeah. I also, like, I know it's your cousin, so obviously it's someone that's really close to you, but I would try to not let it get to you so much because obviously you've been through a lot of stuff to lead up to this huge moment that's going to happen in your life. So dealing with, like, unnecessary drama like that, like, I feel like it'll take up a lot of the excitement and stuff for your wedding day. So just put yourself first. It's your wedding. It's your bachelorette party. So obviously you want your cousin there, but if you try to make things accommodating to her, like Alyssa said, and be like, you can do breakfast, you can do this, do that, and sit out of the winery, but like you won't be missing out on the whole entire weekend. And if she's still like, no, I can't do it, blah blah blah, then that's all right. You're gonna miss out on a fun weekend, and that's okay. Sounds
more like maybe it's a financial issue.
Yeah.
People get really weird with weddings with money. It is a lot to ask of people, especially if they're in it. You're buying the dress, the hotel, the shoes, the this, the that. Like, it really, and then you have to give a gift. Like, it really is a lot. If I ever added up how much money I've spent on weddings, it would be $20,000 at this point. Like, it's insane. Yeah. So I hope that helped, but I would definitely like the breakfast recommendation. Okay, next question. Hey, Alyssa, I'm obsessed with the pod. It's really helped me navigate this year with my personal life, career, mental health, and getting organized. Thank you. I'm 26 years old. My question is, how do you navigate backlash and concerns from friends and colleagues through a career change? I've worked in corporate aerospace for 4 years and currently am going back to school for my master's in school counseling to become a guidance counselor. It's my absolute passion and brings me so much joy in life, but I find a lot of people my age can't understand why I am doing this, mostly money related. I don't want to snap at my friends, but I also want them to stop being so concerned. Any advice would be greatly appreciated. I've done so many career changes. I mean, this is like my 10th job, so I get this, but from a very different perspective, because like mine is more like, oh, my aunts and uncles see me posting about sex on Instagram. Like, that's my biggest concern, because I get insecure. Just, I don't want people to ever think I'm like trashy. which like I don't think I am, but like whatever, that's just my own insecurity. But I think what I could relate this to the most is when I quit my corporate job in PR to work for myself full time, because I also took a financial risk, and people questioned it and they were concerned, but they still supported me. So I think people in your life are allowed to be concerned. It's going to happen. But you just need to say to them, I'd rather make less money and be happy and passionate about what I'm doing than the alternate. It's just really important to me to feel like what I'm doing is helping the greater good, and it's something that brings me so much joy and makes me so happy, and I'm really excited for this career change and this next step in my life, and I just hope that you could support that and know that this is the thing that's making me most happy.
Yeah.
How could you argue that?
Yeah. I feel like one of the bigger problems in just like today's society as a whole is just like everyone thinks that you should be like making all this money, working all the time, like doing like this corporate job that like gets you like the whatever 6 figures, whatever. If you're not doing what you love, if you don't look forward to going to work every day, then like that's what makes it a job. If you really love it, like that's all that matters. It does, and who cares about, obviously they're your friends and you value their opinion, but it doesn't matter. They're not doing the job. It's your life. So just do what makes you happy. If that's what, and she said like that's been her dream of her life, like do it. Then who gives a shit about?
Good for you.
Yeah.
People should be like patting you on the back for going back to school. It's like such a big accomplishment.
Maybe you should express to your friends, like if someone says something to you like, oh, like I can't believe you're leaving your job to be a guidance counselor, be like, what's it to you? Like, I'm doing it to make me feel happier, to make me feel better. If you're not supportive of that, then I don't see you as a friend, or at least a good friend. Like, if you're not giving me like positive feedback on a big change in my life that I'm nervous about, then that's not a good friend, and that's not someone that you want in like your supportive circle.
It's so true. Like something that's such a big leap for you and so important to you. I think, like speak up. Don't be scared to be like, hey, that hurts my feelings when you say that, because like I'm really excited about this.
Yes.
Okay. That's it for the Ask Alyssa segment. We will spill the tea now. I want to do a little comparison. So I watched Cheer season 2 and I watched the Hype House show. And the main thing that I loved about Cheer that I didn't love about the Hype House was the fact that Cheer included the Jerry drama. Even though it was disgusting, even though it was foul, they didn't shy away from the fact that sexual assault and inappropriate behavior went on. Now, when you look at the Hype House show, they completely cut Jack and Sienna out for having a very similar-ish storyline. And a lot of the complaints are like the drama seemed super fake and facilitated because they had to cut the big bulk of the show out. And I feel like shows should show us the bad stuff. I feel like what they're trying to do at the risk of not being canceled is like censor out everything that's semi-inappropriate. But like life is about watching people mess up and change and grow and this and that. And if we just keep censoring every show, it's never going to be real life.
I agree. The only thing is with the Jack and Sienna thing, I think there's still a lot of legal stuff.
That's what I think. And they're minors.
And they're minors. Yeah. So it's like, there's still a lot of stuff that like hasn't come out, and I don't know what the deal is with like lawyers and legal, and like I don't know if Jack is like pressed charges or anything like that. So I feel like they probably couldn't.
That was my only thought. I was like potentially lawyers sense like a cease and desist. Like, but when you think about the shows like the Housewives, they can't talk about what goes on, but they still address it. The other people can. Like Erica Girardi will be like, I can't say, it's a legal matter, but her friends could still talk about it.
Right.
So they could have I don't know. I just feel like.
Just to cut the whole thing out was it was
like
weird.
Address it somehow. We all know it happened.
Right.
And so I liked that Cheer was kind of more docuseries like format, and they kind of hit it head on, and they showed people having like real reactions and like being torn because he was a friend and they thought he was a good person, but now all this disgusting stuff's coming out and they were battling with it. And I just found it to be way more interesting to actually watch. It was real. It was reality.
Yeah, totally.
Which you know, I still actually enjoyed the Hype House show more than I thought I would. I didn't know half the people. Because, like, when I think of TikTok, I think of the main ones, like Charlie, Dixie, Chase, Bryce, and, like, a lot of the YouTube type of people. I didn't know who they were. But I thought it was good. Seems like they'll get a second season. But, yeah, I enjoyed both of them. I also watched Euphoria, which, did you watch it?
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was
First episode, or
first episode, second season. That's all that's out as of now. I think.
the second episode came out last night.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I know what I'm doing when I get home. Euphoria is just a fantastic show.
So good.
Everyone's obsessed with Fez. Is that his name, Fez?
Yeah, Fezco.
He looks like Mac Miller to me.
Totally.
And it like almost freaks me out.
Yeah,
I feel like it's him.
People are always like, his real name is Angus Cloud. Well, it's also interesting because they literally pulled him off the street.
I know, which is wild.
Yeah, his story is wild, but everyone's always like, oh, like when is Angus Cloud's Mac Miller biopic gonna come out?
It's scary.
Yeah, it's crazy, and they even talk like very similar too.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
The show's fantastic. Jacob Elordi is the hottest man, but his character's so evil that it's like you kind of don't see him that way because he's such a bad guy. Just like the fashion, the vibes. I want to have like
music.
I want to have a Euphoria themed birthday party or something.
Yeah, that would be really fun.
Oh my god, like a New Year's party or like something. I don't know. It's just such a fun theme.
It's one of the more unique shows I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to me because like people give it shit because they're like, oh, it glamorizes like drug abuse and stuff like that.
I don't
if
feel
anything,
like that.
I feel like it's the complete opposite, especially with this season. Like, I'm curious to what you'll think after the second episode, but I feel like if anything, Rue, who is like the main person that's battling with drug addiction, like they don't paint her in a good light at all. Like if anything, first season, like kind of, but with this season, like she's taking a turn for the worse, it seems like.
Yeah, I think it scares the shit out of me.
Totally scary.
Ugh.
Even the first episode, like when she meets Elliot, Dominic Fike's character, and they're sitting in the washroom, and she's like, "Oh, I think I'm overdosing.
My heart's gonna stop."
Yeah, like, and then she takes out the Adderall. Like, it's just Euphoria, like physically makes me feel like it in my body, like cringe, you know, and like or like I feel sick. Like,
well, you almost can't binge watch it. Like
Yeah.
I would watch like 1 or 2 episodes and then like wait a day and then watch. Like I couldn't just back to back. It was like very heavy feeling.
Very heavy, very heavy.
But it's a great show, great cast. Like you said, great music.
Yeah.
Just one-liners. Like it is so well done. So highly recommend you guys watch it. Yeah, and then definitely watch Normal People, like I brought up in the beginning of the episode. I still have not caught up on Sex and the City or Clayton's season of The Bachelor.
I saw the last episode of Clayton's season on Tuesday. It's fine. Like the girls are all like just so annoying and the drama is just so unnecessary. It's like they're pulling out like the most random stuff, like digging so deep just to get some drama, and it's like none of the girls stood out to me like, oh, this girl is great, like she's funny, she's cool, she's whatever. They're all just seem like they're clout chasers.
Well, because the show, this is why I lost my my zest for life in the show. The producers are too highly involved in the edit. Like
Totally.
it's back to the not being reality thing.
Totally.
The reason why I love shows on MTV is like, well, not as much anymore, but like when the Jersey Shore first aired, not Family Vacation, the first one, it's like they were just being wild and it was caught on camera. The Bachelor's like, this girl said this about you, go confront her, and then they film it. Like it's become so contrived, and as a viewer we're starting to read through the antics.
Totally.
Like, we get what you're doing here.
Totally. I wonder if they kind of took a step back, if there would be enough drama to keep the show going, because for example, like a show like Love Island,
That's what I was
it's
going to
just
mention.
all hidden cameras.
Well,
it's
and also
all natural drama, and the people.
But there's
that
not
they
even
bring,
drama.
yeah.
Like it's nice.
there's definitely drama.
No, there's drama on Love Island from the relationships, but it's not girl on girl catty drama.
Yeah, totally.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's
like
different.
it's all like authentic stuff that kind of happens in real life, like bouncing in between relationships, like situationships, stuff like that. Like when you're just getting all this like, oh, like blah 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 talked behind your back, like, and she said this, and she's a mean girl, like. No one wants to see a bunch of tattletales.
No, it's lame.
Like just telling on each other. This is in 3rd grade.
I feel the exact. So that's why I think Love Island works, because there is drama, but it naturally happens like as it would in life. And there's hidden cameras. It's not necessarily producers like planting drama or bringing people back to stir up shit. Like it's just so much more natural feeling.
Totally, so much more natural.
Like The Bachelor. And Love Island, you root for them because you get involved in the love of it all. Whereas, like, The Bachelor gets far away from the love and gets more on the drama. And then at the end, when it comes time for the person to pick someone, you're like, wait, I didn't even see their story develop because we spent this whole season watching the drama. It just gets confusing.
It gets confusing. And it's just like, I feel like people are just so bachelored out with the back to back to back to back. They need a rebrand or something.
Something's
to
gotta
like
give.
Get it going again, because it's just become such a social media clout chasing thing that none of it seems authentic anymore.
I 100% agree. So maybe by this time next week, I will have caught up on The Bachelor. To be determined. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review, and I will see you next Tuesday.